So let me get this straight, right? CM Punk disrespected his employers in front of the entire world. He made fun of the employees, the EVPs. He laid in on practically everybody, all the young people, all the young wrestlers. He made up a lot of noise. He went silent, he was suspended, all of that kind of stuff. He came out again. He spoke about John Moxley. He spoke about Chris Jericho. And now he is being rewarded with his very own show, AEW Collision. Now I am being very sarcastic when I say this, not quite rewarded, but this is what AEW want to do. Instead of almost rehabilitating the situation between Punk and the rest of the locker room, it looks like we may just have to keep both sides away from each other in order for the overall business to still thrive. Yes, it's a solution. Is it the correct solution? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, you guys drop your comments straight away in that comments box, because some would say let's all, kiss and make up and do business together. Yes, it's still good to get CM Punk in this capacity, but we want to see him against some of these names that maybe are rumored to not want to work with him. You see what I mean? There's no good putting CM Punk on his own island as the top star, and that's the thing now that we don't know. These other guys that are willing to work with CM Punk, apart from the obvious FTR, they haven't been mentioned. So is it going to be CM Punk all the way up here, and then the next star to work with him is like of this ability, and then we keep going down and down and down? When really and truly, we all know what we want. We want Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. Let's talk about this new show. We heard about this a while back, that AEW are going to have a new 2-hour show on a Saturday night. It looks like the time frame of when it's going to be 8 to 10 p.m. and the show is going to be called AEW Collision. And like I said earlier, it looks like CM Punk is going to be the top star over there on this Saturday night show. I don't know how that works with demographics over there in the US, if this is a good time slot on a Saturday night. Sounds a bit techie. I don't know if a lot of people will be at home watching the product at that time. But for me, I'm in the UK. I don't watch my wrestling live anyway, so I'm not affected too much. So selfishly, I do not mind. So what they're actually calling it is a soft brand split, where it looks like some people will stay working the Dynamites and the Rampages, and some people will maybe permanently move over to AEW Collision. My stance on CM Punk has softened. It would be good to see him back. However, I'm not sure if this is the capacity I want to see him back in. I want to see him tangling with those rumored names that he can't get along with. Ultimately, that's where the cash will be generated. That's what we will really look forward to. CM Punk Moxley, CM Punk Jericho, CM Punk Kenny Omega, CM Punk versus the Bucks, maybe FTR thrown involved in that. This is what I want to see. So getting him back, it's like half the problem solved if this is the idea that's going to be going ahead. Now, they said that CM Punk is also set to come back in late June, probably at a Chicago show, and that is how they're going to kind of re-embed him into the AEW life cycle. I'm assuming this AEW Collision will start sometime around then as well. And of course, we have All In at the end of summer. CM Punk is the biggest draw AEW have. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it. It is the facts of the matter. He is the biggest draw AEW have. AEW are about to put on the biggest show they have ever put on. So getting CM Punk back into the fray, get him mixing it up, start some storylines before that show in August. Because listen, without doubt, CM Punk has to be on that show in August, and he's going to be a key factor to see if they can really fill that stadium. There is still this apparent meeting that's going to happen between the likes of CM Punk, Tony Khan and Chris Jericho to see if they can get along. Now, I don't know where this fits in. If they can get along, if they can work it out, do they then scrap the idea of this soft brand split and put in Punk on his own island called Collision and bring him back to the main island called Dynamite? Who knows? We'll see. Chris Jericho does seem a bit unwavering in, wanting to work with CM Punk. Probably doesn't want to kind of forgive him for some of the stuff he said, some of the names he's called Chris Jericho. So it's going to be very interesting if this meeting goes ahead. But with this plan of the soft brand split, I'm not even sure how necessary the meeting is. But once again, it looks like AEW have kind of started finding their way out of this hole called CM Punk. I mean, TK still hasn't really addressed the issue head on. Neither has CM Punk in terms of maybe making an apology to some of these guys. It doesn't seem like any of this has happened. It seems that we've just found another way around the situation, which, you know, for me, I would prefer some of these things addressed head on rather than let's just let him get away with his nonsense and his foolishness and his madness, and we'll create somewhere else for him to shine. Like, really and truly, I just didn't see this happening at all. But business is business, money you have to make, so it'll be very, very interesting to see once this all comes to fruition and, you know, if this gets settled at all. But, you know, for all the things he said, to end up getting his own show at the end of it, practically, like, let's be honest, top star on the show called Collision, he's practically been given his own show. It is very mad. It is very, very mad to see how they've almost awarded him, congratulated him for the chaos. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. CM Punk set to be the headliner on this new show called AEW Collision. Let me know your thoughts on that. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name's Mex. I make videos on WWE and AEW topics. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.